Hello, Madridistas. Today we dive into a story that has the potential to shake the European transfer market to its very core. A story that, honestly, has every Madrid fan sitting on the edge of their seat. We're talking about a name that is beginning to echo across football circles throughout Europe, a player who could very well become a cornerstone of Real Madrid's defensive line for years to come. Erling Baumann, the young centre-back from Ajax, a prodigious talent of just 18 years old whose rise has been nothing short of meteoric. European football is always on the hunt for the next generational talent, a player who possesses not just technical ability, but also the mental fortitude, tactical intelligence, and physical presence to leave a lasting mark on the game. In Erling Baumann, the signs are all there. Scouts, analysts, and pundits alike have begun drawing comparisons between him and Virgil van Dijk, one of the world's best defenders in modern football. But let's be very clear, this is not mere hype or a superficial comparison. Those who have watched Baumann closely in Ajax's first team assert that his performances, his command of the backline, and his overall footballing intelligence are already showing signs of a truly elite central defender. From his earliest appearances with Ajax's senior squad, Baumann has exhibited an almost uncanny mastery over aerial duels, an incredible pace in correcting defensive errors, and an innate ability to read and anticipate attacking plays. His calmness on the ball, his composure under pressure, and the precision of his passing reflect a player who is not only a defender but a builder, someone who can initiate attacks, control the tempo from the back, and seamlessly link defense with midfield. These are qualities often reserved for seasoned veterans, yet here is an 18-year-old executing them with confidence and consistency. Naturally, European giants such as Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Manchester United have all begun monitoring Baumann's progress with keen interest. Yet, for Madridistas, the discussion is simple. The ideal environment for a young player to evolve into a world-class leader is none other than the Santiago Bernabéu. Imagine Erling Baumann patrolling our defensive line, growing under the pressure and high expectations that come with wearing the famous white jersey, and developing into a central figure capable of shaping the course of a decade-long era of dominance in European football. This is not just a player. This is a potential cornerstone of our club's future, someone who could lead our defense with authority, consistency, and a sense of inevitability reminiscent of the greatest defensive legends in football history. The Ajax hierarchy is, of course, fully aware of the jewel they possess. They will not let such a talent slip away for a bargain. But this is precisely where Real Madrid's vision comes into play. Investing in a young player with the potential to perform at the highest level for 10 years is not an expense, it is a guarantee of future success. History has shown that Europe's most exceptional talents rarely remain in smaller leagues for long. The Madrid environment, defined by rigorous daily training, relentless competition for places, and exposure on the grandest stages of world football, represents the perfect setting for Erling Baumann to reach his full potential and emerge as a true leader, both on and off the pitch. Let's put this into perspective. Real Madrid has always been synonymous with identifying, nurturing, and elevating young talent. From the early days of Iker Casillas to the legendary rise of Sergio Ramos, our club has a storied tradition of transforming promising youngsters into all-time greats. Erling Baumann fits the mold of these transformational talents perfectly. He combines athleticism, tactical intelligence, and a fearless mentality, traits that can be honed and refined under the guidance of a coaching staff experienced in molding world-class defenders. Under the strategic vision of Carlo Ancelotti, a manager who understands both the art of defensive organization and the importance of youth integration, Baumann could evolve into a figure capable of anchoring Madrid's defense for an entire decade. From a tactical standpoint, Baumann's profile is ideal for modern football. In a game that increasingly demands ball-playing defenders, he offers the rare combination of defensive solidity and technical elegance. His ability to play out from the back, switch the point of attack with accurate long passes, and maintain composure under high pressing makes him a perfect fit for Madrid's style of building attacks from the defensive third. Moreover, his physical attributes, strength, height, and speed, allow him to compete effectively against the most dangerous forwards in Europe, making him a nightmare for opposing strikers while simultaneously providing a sense of security for the rest of the backline. Madridistas, the question we face is clear. Do we want to move decisively and bring this diamond in the rough to the Bernabéu, securing his future in white, or do we wait and risk seeing him slip away to another European powerhouse? The answer is obvious. Erling Baumann is not just a defensive prospect. He represents a strategic vision for the next era of Real Madrid, a vision that combines history, ambition, and foresight. His arrival could be more than a transfer. It could be the foundation for a new epoch of defensive dominance, a statement that Real Madrid is once again shaping the future of European football rather than merely reacting to it. As fans, we must keep our optimism alive. We must imagine the thrill of seeing Baumann commanding our backline, the excitement of watching him evolve into a central figure whose very presence inspires teammates and intimidates opponents. Picture him wearing the white jersey, defending the Santiago Bernabéu with authority, leading Madrid's defense through countless Champions League nights, and etching his name into the club's pantheon of legends. This is the opportunity of a generation, a chance to secure a player whose potential is as vast as his ambition, a player whose future can, and should, be intertwined with the glory of Real Madrid. In conclusion, Madridistas, this is far more than a simple news story or transfer rumor. This is the narrative of a young prodigy who could become one of the defining figures of Real Madrid in the 2020s and beyond. Erling Baumann has the skill set, the mentality, and the physical attributes to be a world-class defender. Under the tutelage of a club that demands excellence and nurtures greatness, he could very well become the next Van Dijk, but with one crucial difference. He will be wearing the white of Real Madrid, defending our legacy, and helping us write the next glorious chapter in the history of this extraordinary club. The future is calling, Madridistas. And that future, if we act wisely, is white. The second piece of news shaking Spanish football in recent weeks has a protagonist that many consider a rising star in the sport, Dani Olmo. The talented Spanish attacking midfielder, currently playing for Barcelona, is reportedly seriously considering leaving the Catalan club, sparking a massive stir among fans, journalists, and transfer market experts across Spain and Europe. According to several sources close to the player and club management, initial contacts with Real Madrid's sporting directors have already taken place, though no official confirmation has yet been made. What is certain, however, is that even the mere possibility of such a move has the potential to shift the balance of power in La Liga, particularly given the historic and intense rivalry between Barcelona and Real Madrid. But why might Dani Olmo be contemplating leaving Barcelona? The answer largely lies in the financial and sporting context surrounding the club. Barcelona is currently facing one of the deepest economic crises in its recent history. Debts have reached alarming levels, directly impacting the club's ability to sign top-tier players, renew key contracts, or maintain competitiveness both domestically and in Europe. Pressure from La Liga regarding financial fair play regulations has severely limited the club's financial flexibility, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty that affects both the boardroom and the locker room. Internal tensions, management instability, and friction between players, coaches, and executives make the club less attractive to high-level players seeking not just sporting stability but also financial security. In this environment, a player with ambition, international projection, and a hunger for titles, such as Dani Olmo, cannot remain indifferent. Seeking stability, a solid project, and the opportunity to compete for major trophies becomes a decisive factor in evaluating his future. From a technical standpoint, Dani Olmo represents an ideal profile for any team aiming to dominate in Spain and Europe. His versatility allows him to operate in multiple midfield and forward positions, offering coaches tactical flexibility and multiple options depending on the system employed. His ability to generate play, create scoring opportunities, and make decisive contributions in critical moments makes him an extremely valuable asset in high-stakes matches. Added to this is his experience in European competitions, both with his former club RB Leipzig and with the Spanish national team, which ensures that he can quickly adapt to the level of competitiveness demanded at Real Madrid. His signing would not only strengthen the squad on the sporting front but also carry symbolic weight. Seeing a player considered central to Barcelona's plans don the white jersey would send an unmistakable message about Real Madrid's capacity to attract and retain the best talent. The potential arrival of Olmo in Madrid also represents a strategic shift in the dynamics of Spanish football. If the transfer materializes, it would not only constitute a high-level sporting reinforcement but could also have psychological implications for rivals and fans alike. Real Madrid would continue projecting itself as the natural destination for talented players seeking to compete for the most prestigious titles, while Barcelona would be forced to rethink its strategy and seek alternatives to compensate for the loss of a highly influential player. For Dani Olmo, the move to the Spanish capital is far more than a simple club change. It is an opportunity to integrate into a solid project, with both financial and sporting stability, allowing him to focus exclusively on what he does best: playing football, creating opportunities, and making a difference in crucial matches. His experience, technical skill, and tactical intelligence would perfectly complement Real Madrid's squad, contributing not just on the field but also providing leadership and reliability in high-pressure situations. Historically, Moves of this magnitude between Barcelona and Real Madrid always generate significant sporting and media impact. It is never just a transfer, it is a statement about the relative strength of the two clubs at a given moment. Whenever a high-profile player contemplates such a move, media outlets, fans, and analysts mobilize to evaluate the implications, from on-field performance to economic and marketing repercussions. Olmo's potential signing would reinforce Real Madrid not only competitively but also in perception, demonstrating that it remains capable of attracting emerging talent eager to perform at the highest level and compete for the most coveted trophies. If the rumors are confirmed and Dani Olmo becomes a Real Madrid player, this would mark one of the most significant transfers in recent years. It would strengthen the team on multiple fronts, from tactical capability to symbolic impact, and serve as a clear message to Barcelona. Even amid crisis, Real Madrid remains capable of attracting and consolidating top-level players. The potential transfer would be both a sporting reinforcement and a psychological statement, reaffirming Real Madrid's supremacy and showcasing its status as a global reference for players, fans, and football experts alike. In short, Dani Olmo's potential arrival at Real Madrid is a prime example of how ambition, talent, and strategic planning can converge to create a profound impact on contemporary football. Beyond rumors and speculation, even considering this signing highlights Real Madrid's extraordinary capacity to remain a protagonist in Spain and Europe, consolidating its sporting hegemony and reaffirming its position as the natural destination for the world's top footballing talents. And we close with a third piece of news that, frankly, could be considered the cherry on top of Real Madrid's ambitious long-term planning. Nico Williams, the young winger from Athletic Club and one of the brightest prospects in Spanish football, has firmly emerged as a target for the Spanish Giants. This development goes far beyond a routine transfer rumor. It signals a strategic vision by Real Madrid that combines the pursuit of current elite talent with a clear eye on the future. Nico Williams, just 21 years old, has already established himself as a formidable presence at San Mamés, captivating fans and pundits alike with a unique combination of pace, agility, and technical skill. His ability to break defensive lines, accelerate past opponents, and create scoring opportunities makes him one of the most dynamic attacking talents in La Liga. But it's not only his physical attributes that stand out. Williams exhibits a remarkable tactical intelligence for his age. He knows when to cut inside, when to stay wide, and how to exploit pockets of space in ways that give his team a consistent offensive edge. His finishing, both from distance and inside the box, demonstrates a composure unusual for someone so early in their career, hinting at the kind of player who could eventually dominate at the highest European level. Although he recently renewed his contract with Athletic Club, which included a release clause of €68 million, Williams has never hidden his admiration for Real Madrid or his ambition to play for a club that consistently competes for the UEFA Champions League and domestic titles. From the club's perspective, this situation is not a limitation but rather a marker of Williams' market value. He is already regarded as a highly prized asset whose combination of youth and immediate impact makes him an ideal target for one of Europe's top clubs. The timing of this potential acquisition could not be more opportune. With Rodrigo Go's imminent departure from Real Madrid, a strategic opening in the squad arises, precisely the type of opportunity that Nico Williams is well positioned to fill. From a tactical standpoint, he fits the profile the team has been seeking, a young, fast, and technically gifted winger capable of providing width, stretching defenses, and adding unpredictability to the attack. In Carlo Ancelotti's system, where both width and positional flexibility are key, Williams' skill set could allow him to operate on either flank, link up with central forwards, and even drift inside to create overloads in critical attacking zones. His arrival could provide not just depth, but a new dimension to Real Madrid's offensive schemes, allowing the team to combine speed on the wings with their trademark intricate build-up play. Financially and strategically, the move makes compelling sense. Investing €68 million in a player of Williams' caliber represents a calculated risk with enormous potential upside. He is not just a short-term solution but a long-term asset whose value could grow exponentially both on the field and in the broader football market. When viewed through the lens of historical transfers, this type of acquisition mirrors some of Real Madrid's most successful long-term investments. Young talents who arrive with high potential and, over the years, become central pillars of a team that dominates both domestically and in Europe. Beyond the tactical and financial arguments, signing Nico Williams carries immense symbolic weight. It would reinforce Real Madrid's reputation as a club that identifies and nurtures the game's brightest young talents while simultaneously sending a powerful message to rivals. The club is committed not only to maintaining its status as a powerhouse today but also to shaping the future of European football. For supporters, seeing Williams sprinting down the flanks of the Santiago Bernabéu weaving past defenders and linking up with seasoned stars, would be more than just a display of athletic brilliance. It would be the realization of a shared dream. It is the intersection of a club steeped in history and a young player whose ambition, energy, and potential align perfectly with the ethos of the white shirt. Moreover, the strategic implications extend beyond individual matches. With Williams in the squad, Real Madrid would gain a versatile attacking option capable of influencing the game in multiple ways, breaking deadlocks with rapid transitions, providing key assists, contributing to set-piece plays, and even developing into a central figure for the club's marketing and global brand. In today's football landscape, where talent acquisition is as much about commercial potential as sporting impact, Williams represents the ideal blend of both. He embodies a narrative that appeals to fans worldwide, a young, homegrown Spanish talent joining the most illustrious club in Europe, ready to make history on and off the pitch. Finally, Nico Williams' potential arrival should be understood in the context of Real Madrid's broader vision. The club has always sought to combine the experience of seasoned internationals with the hunger and potential of emerging stars. Signing Williams would continue this tradition, reinforcing a squad capable of immediate triumphs while planting the seeds for sustained dominance over the next decade. It is a move that represents ambition, foresight, and a commitment to excellence, attributes that have defined Real Madrid for over a century. If the transfer goes through, it will not just be another addition to the roster, it will be a statement of intent, a bridge between today's elite and tomorrow's champions, and a new chapter in the ongoing saga of one of football's most iconic institutions. In short, Nico Williams is more than just a potential signing. He is a symbol of renewal, an embodiment of strategic thinking, and a tangible promise for the future. His combination of speed, technical skill, tactical awareness, and ambition makes him the perfect candidate to wear the white shirt, delight fans, and write a new, unforgettable chapter in Real Madrid's illustrious history. The excitement surrounding his possible move is not merely about adding another talented player. It is about embracing the future of football with a young, hungry, and supremely gifted athlete who could one day define an era at the Santiago Bernabéu.